What's up, guys? Johnny here, and I was just going through some articles this morning, and I came across this one. It's from Forbes. It's a freelance contributor. His name is Paul Tassi, or Tassi, I should say, Tassi, and he has many popular posts, which you could view right here. It's Pokemon Go and some other items here, even on Walking Dead, right? But you can see how many views. Look at this one. This one was for Pokemon Go, 6.5 million, right? 4 million, 2 million views. So he has some valid content that people are interested in. And so I wanted to go and review this. I think it's something that has some valid points, and I want to share it with you guys. You guys are the best part of Destiny, the community. So here we go. The headline is, I'm worried about Destiny 2, but I'm more worried about Bungie. And so as I scroll down here, let's see. At this point, Destiny 2's problems are well known and much discussed. I am concerned that what I've heard about pending fixes for the game are more or less the bare minimum of what needs to be done for course correction. And while we're heading towards spring DLC, and a fall expansion that might fix things, several core problems remain that may not be addressed at all. But I'm becoming less worried about Destiny 2 and more worried about Bungie itself, the studio responsible for the fixes, additional content, and sequels. Partially because of morale, yes, it has to be incredibly difficult to see forums and subreddits full of nothing but disdain day after day, pretty much no matter what you announce, as it is reading less than kind articles from critics like me. Bungie has now worked their way up to 3 community managers to wrangle fans: DJ, Cosmo, DMG, and there's even a job listing for a 4th that recommends thick skin as one of the qualifications. But more than just being yelled at a bunch, I'm generally concerned about the workload being put onto Bungie here, which, because of both fans' demands for the series and their deal with Activision, seems to be more than almost any other developer has to deal with, right? And which is very true. I mean, there is a big demand from the fans, and there's a big demand from Activision. Right? Crunch is an enormous problem in the industry, but we usually hear about this just in terms of getting X game out by a Y ship date by any means necessary. That means everyone working incredibly long hours for weeks or months on end, sacrificing their personal lives to make sure a game makes it out on time. And it leads to a steady stream of burned out developers in its wake. Very true. But with Bungie and the Destiny franchise, the demands are much, much more intense because Destiny is an ongoing series. The work essentially never ends. Bungie is responsible for developing full games, often in very short time spans like D2. Developing a large amount of DLC for those games, both small DLCs in the first year alone, and a hefty expansion that can be sold at a higher price, one that will arrive at the end of the first year, and every fall there isn't a sequel. And doing this while working on sequels most of the time. Maintaining interest through live events like Faction Rally, Iron Banner, The Dawning, Sparrow Racing, which we haven't had for a long time, and so on, which all require their own content and item pool, however basic. Fixing everything that's going wrong with all the above as they continue to work on future content for all the above, because mistakes keep getting made. Partially due to poor decisions, yes, but poor decisions that are probably being made because of these labor and time constraints. Very true. All of this is way more work than just getting a game out by a certain date, which is hard enough as it is for most developers, and it is compounded by the fact that if Bungie gets stuff wrong or goes too long without making content, their player base will lose their minds or quit entirely until stuff is fixed or there's more stuff to do again, because they were promised an ongoing game they'd never want to put down, which is kind of true. I mean, we love Destiny 1, so that's what happened. Perhaps more importantly, Bungie has signed a unique deal with Activision that mandates a lot of this content as part of their agreement, even if it may not make any logical sense to create a sequel in 16 months or plan a huge fall expansion when there are a million other fires to put out. That's what the contract demands, or thereabouts, as we don't know the exact terms. While there may be some flexibility, Eververse was actually created as an alternate revenue stream because they simply could not keep pace with the constant paid DLC. The end result is that Activision's demands end up hurting the game and Bungie itself by asking too much in an industry that needs to let its developers breathe from time to time. My advice for fans: sure, express what you dislike about Destiny 2 in order to help Bungie make it better, but don't make it personal. Certainly don't call anyone lazy, as that is surely not the issue here. And be understanding if Bungie needs to cancel or push back content in order to make it better. Understand you don't need 3,000 hours of Destiny gameplay. What? Who are you talking to, dude? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we don't need 3,000 hours of Destiny play. That's true. A year, and it's okay to take a break. Yeah, it is okay to take a break, guys. I keep telling myself that every time I put that raid on, but I don't take a break. And let's let Bungie take a break. Yeah, I get it. My advice for Activision: revisit this deal. Use something like Ubisoft as an example, where they took a long, hard look at Assassin's Creed, which after being made into an annual franchise was burning out both developers and fans. Yeah, that's true. They gave it some breathing room and came back with Origins, the best game in the series. Or really, the same goes for Call of Duty, which Activision put on a 3-year development cycle instead of 2. And it's continued to be a strong performer as a result. While I understand that Activision made a significant investment in Destiny, $500 million by some accounts, if the entire product is made worse by constantly demanding tons of content drops per year and mandated big releases every single fall, it's going to make everyone suffer. If there needs to be a fall without a huge Destiny expansion so future content can be better, then so be it. If Destiny 3 doesn't have to come out for 3 to 4 years to avoid what happened to Destiny 2, let it happen. Activision is on a knife's edge here. They have a franchise with one of the most passionate fan bases I've ever seen, very true. But they're in danger of losing it all by pushing Bungie too hard, which is in part causing them to make near constant mistakes. Very true. The one thing everyone, Activision, Bungie, and fans have in common is that they want Destiny to succeed. Very true. We all are heartbroken we're in the state of the game. But under these current conditions, with this much work piling up, it's easy to see why things are starting to fall apart. Everyone needs to readjust their demands and expectations, or else this is going to end very badly for all. Yes, Paul, very true. Love the article. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. This is all Paul stuff here. He wrote a sci-fi novel series called the Earthborn Trilogy, now in print. Hey guys, I'm not affiliated at all with these folks, but I went and found this interesting, and I want to share it with the best part of Destiny, which is the community here. You could go check it out at the website here. I'll put it down below. I want to hear your thoughts. Smash that like, share this with your friends, turn that alert on for new videos, and of course subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best out there in this community. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, Guardians. Jonny out.